But time ain't even real. You really don't know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, But time ain't even real. You really need to change. But time ain't even real. You really need to change. Time ain't even real, you really need to change. Time ain't even real, you really need to change. It's all an illusion. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Oh, you're running out of time, Time ain't even real, you really need to change. Time ain't even real, you really need to change. Time ain't even real, you really need to change. Time ain't even real, you really need to change. It's all an illusion. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your thing, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you running out of time, huh? The time ain't even real. You really don't know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your maker, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your maker, darling. Know what you in a rush for. Trying to meet your maker, darling. Oh, you running out of time, huh? Time ain't even real, you really need to change. Time ain't even real, you really need to change.
All right. I'm ready to get into this one right here. Now, this one is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. Why? Because, I've been sitting back. I've been listening to a little bit of talk about this topic right here. I like to kind of like gather information a little bit. You smell me now? That's what I like to do. So what I'm going to do is, oh man, I forgot to do my one last little setup. Y'all forgive me. I just gotta go right here to this right quick. Let me go ahead and set this up right here. Let me get boom. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and do it, y'all. Let me go ahead and go to this real quick, cause just because, you know what I'm saying, on some just because type stuff. Let me see, where is it at? Where is it at? Matter of fact, yep, I gotta go here. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull this up. Just to make sure, we got everything all the way clear, squared away with this, right? So we're gonna talk about this right here. But I'm gonna go right here first, right? I first want to go here. Where are you at? You here somewhere. You close by. Yep. No, not yet. Not yet. There we go. All right, y'all give me 1 second, right? Give me 1 second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna play something while we go ahead and hold tight. Yeah, let me go ahead and play this real quick while we get set up. Much respect to everybody here. I appreciate you all for tuning in.
In the church. I grew up in the church. And I will always see women pray to God for a good man. Send me this man that I deserve. But then I always would ask my mom, and she would pop me in the mouth. And I would ask my mom.
I'm on her side. I'm about to do it right now.
Honestly, and this is how my brain works. This is not a joke. This is real. I would ask my mom. I would say, well, what about him? Like, why would God mess his life up by giving him you? I used to be in the church. I grew up in the church.
Get all comfortable.
And I will always see women pray to God for a good man. Send me this man that I deserve. But then I always would ask my mom, and she would pop me in the mouth. And I would ask my mom.
I'm on her side. I'm about to do it right now.
Honestly, and this is how my brain works. This is not a joke. This is real. I would ask my mom. I would say, well, what about him? Like, why would God mess his life up by giving him you? I used to be in the church. I grew up in the church.
Get all comfortable.
And I will always see women pray.
Nah, that was just pretty damn funny to me. Just on the comedic tip, All right, so we're gonna talk about this, man. We're gonna talk about this. So apparently in the spaces right now as we speak. I mean, it's like, I don't know why. I find old beef interesting, but it's really not a beef, right? It's just some content creating disagreements, but we gonna turn it into
beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be your ICU.
All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get onto it. So, of course, as you can see up on the thumbnail, we got AM, right? So, I've taken time. I've politiced with the brother a couple times myself. Had real good discussions with him myself. So I got a good feel, content creator wise, for who AM is. So we're going to listen to a video. Now, before we get started listening to the video, of course, people in these spaces know that I'm hip, but there are people who don't know. So in case you aren't aware, yes, I have a teeny bit of a reputation with the brother, and much respect to AM. So this right here, wow, shout out to AM. I'm just playing this quick clip just to make it very clear. This is just all out of reaction and love.
So first of all, we got to point out.
Let me give you an example. Zendaya, she got a white man.
Hey, Smitty, I don't give a damn how much you twisting your hair up. You light skinned too, nigga. Don't come up here with
Smitty light skin. Smitty's brown. Smitty ain't light skin.
He's brown.
He's brown. He's brown. Smitty brown.
Is he? Smitty.
Y'all better get this nigga shit straight. Angry man, you want me to know how you can tell he brown?
How?
Because you can tell the difference between his beard and his face.
So shout out to the Brody. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get to this video. Of course, I'm gonna react to none other than the oh so infamous, yes sir. We're gonna go to O'Shea. This right here, I just, because it's just set up well. It's a well set up take that he has on it. He's definitely somebody who has been in these spaces. So out of the 4, there are 2 of them I do have a small reputation with, right? That they're familiar with me and I am familiar with them. So out of the 4 of the Mount Rushmore of what we will call the Manosphere, I definitely have some clips, and I've definitely been over there with Obsidian. Shout out to Obsidian. Definitely, as you can see, I done hollered at my man AM. Shout out to the Brody. Shout out to AM. All right, Mr. Butter Biscuit himself. All right, let's do it. But the 2 that I have not ever, had interactions with directly is O'Shea and Kev. So from what I understand, those are the 4 on that Mount Rushmore, right? So apparently what's going on in the spaces right now is
beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be your ICU.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give my take on this. I'm going to play this video and I'm going to give my take because I actually I've been around last 2 years, two and some change now, right? It's a new year. And I've definitely had a nice, good time to get a good feel of all of these brothers. So in order, I started seeing Kev's videos first. When I hopped into the spaces, out of all of them, I had discussions directly with Obsidian first, then AM, right? And I've never spoken with, nobody talks to O'Shea for real unless you in his circle. We all know that, right? We know how O'Shea go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to review this video. Let me go ahead and bow. We in there. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and take a good look at this. And I'm just going to give my personal take and piece on it. And I thank you all for tuning in. The time right now is 3:13 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you. Okay. Let's see what we got.
Buddy, it's your boy. O'Shea, dude.
Fair use, fair use, fair use. This is for educational as well as entertainment purposes only. I hope we can have some fun while we go ahead and learn something about this whole. Let's see if we can learn a little bit more about it. Let's go. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to you all.
Jackson back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Right now, there's some back and forth between MTR and Myron of.
And shout out to the brother MTR. Shout out to him as well. All parties in this, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just somebody reviewing it as an independent content creator and thinker. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what we got.
Fresh and fit. And we already know what Myron is saying, that Kevin Samuels didn't put his people on, and that's why the Black Manosphere died.
And I really dislike to even say this, but the truth is the truth, and I kind of have to say it. The reason why the Black Manosphere died, right, is simply because Kevin Samuels didn't put his people on.
Now, this is the thing that confuses me. All right, so one, I've been doing a lot of trying to figure out what is the absolute difference between Manosphere, Black Manosphere, and Red Pill. Now, from what I see, Manosphere is men advocating for men advocating for men, from what I've observed. Red Pill is like, in my opinion, that over the top. When I hear Red Pill, I'm like, oh yeah, you about that shut up, get in there and do them dishes. Okay, you wanted them just hand me the remote. Take it back. But you said peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, but you brought it to me jelly side up. You know I like it peanut butter side up. See, that's that crazy stuff. That's how I look at it from what I seen. Everybody who I've ever heard claim Red Pill, they're way over the top. I be just sitting there like, bruh, what? That's not realistic. Why would you give that information to young men who out here wanting to learn how to go ahead and land the woman of their dreams? Why would you say some shit like that, right? So what I've noticed is that AM is like a perfect blend of Red and Manos. Yes, he is. His name is Angry Man. They don't call him Happy Guy. They don't call him sometimes you don't know how he may feel, man. No, it's Angry Man. And that's that over the top side of him. But he's very, very intelligent, very, very logical guy. And that's the Manosphere side of him. So I do recognize the dualities that come with AM. I've heard the man more than enough times, been on panels with him more than enough times. So let's go ahead and get it.
Just gonna be honest about it. He became famous. He blew up. He didn't, extend the ladder back and put his guys on, and it died. That's just what happened. Once he got into, into the mainstream, he didn't bring anybody up with him, and that's the cold hard truth. I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
Now, MTR has a really good response. I'm not going to use all of it, but I want to talk about a particular situation that MTR references, okay? And that is the fact that Kevin reached out to him, and then when they met in Brooklyn, they went to...
And rest in peace to the black man. I don't do all of that because I didn't agree with your thought process and ideology. I wish you... we don't do that. I don't want nobody to wish that on me. Rest in peace to that black man. Let's keep going.
To the warehouse of Jose C. Zuniga, which operates a channel called Teachings Men's Fashions. There's two brothers, I believe, that own that.
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, Kevin was in the fashion community. And I want you to hear about how Kevin was trying to put them on in a different way.
I have content with Kevin that's on the channel. He planned an entire trip where we went to Brooklyn to go visit the Zuniga brothers in order to look at their operations. Because the things that the Teaching Men's Fashion brothers are doing for their community, the Latino community, is absolutely insane. So to be able to leverage what they have created as a byproduct of what can be created for majority Black audience, he was getting us in front of those people to learn. And I appreciated him for that.
And that's something that I do appreciate about us. Listen, I know all about wanting to do something, kind of the FUBU mentality for us, by us, we definitely want to do things that cater to ours first. But when you really want to get that bag and when you really want to extend for your people, you have to extend to other cultures and races and everything else. You can't be so secluded in just us, especially knowing how we can be towards another at times. But I have such huge faith in my people. I do believe that we get a bad rap more often than we should, I do believe more times than not, we do actually really do support. It's just that the hate that comes from our side is so vicious. It just totally engulfs everything good that we do for one another. And that's just what I see personally, right? Let's keep on going. This is interesting. I'm telling you, we're going to have some fun tonight. Let's go.
Opening up an opportunity to be able to learn and informing the beginnings of a team in order to try to help push these ideologies forward.
Now, again, MTR is saying, hey, listen, he did this for me. He shouted me out. He grew my community, right? But Angry Man has a different perspective. Angry Man says...
Now, I've been on panels with Angry Man while he's talked about this very topic. I've literally sat there with him. I'm just listening. Now, from what I know, and he has made this clear on behalf of what he has said this. Him and Kev was not on good terms when he passed away. When Kev passed away, him and AM wasn't on good terms. I'm aware that I do know is that since his passing, I don't necessarily hear him talking ill about Kev, but I do hear him trying to advocate his spot and place on that Mount Rushmore. And we can't forget about Tommy. Shout out to Tommy. Tommy also was a part of that collective. But just focusing on these four, AM, O'Shea, Obsidian, and Kev. Okay, boom. All right. He's been trying to, I guess, like say, from what I've noticed with AM is, why y'all trying to push me out of the spot when you know I'm one of the ones who are the architects of this whole thing that we call today the Black Manosphere, right? He is actually the person who labeled the name. When we say Black Manosphere, that man right there actually named it. We got to give credit where credit's due, right? So let's go ahead and listen a little bit more. Now, that's just a little bit that I have thus far on this, you know, and I'll tap in here and there from what it is that I do recall. Let's go.
This.
Now, the funny thing about this is in MTR's video, he wanted to name a bunch of people that Kevin shouted out or that Kevin promoted or whatever, right? There's only one problem with him doing this, right? The problem, MTR, is a lot of the people you named was only cool with him after he blew up.
In other words, all the people that Kevin was collaborating with, these guys was already on. These guys were already popping.
So, for example, when he collabed Fresh and Fit, it's a lot of different places. He went to a Hardly Interrupted. Kev has been a lot of different places. Yes, he blew up. Like Kev got it. He went up. Kev was on there with Joe Button. He was up. I saw that. I remember when he did that. I remember that one specifically. I watched that. So he definitely did extend himself, right? And very much so, in a very much so way. And he was for quite a long time, if you want to say, the face and or mascot of the Black Manosphere, although he maybe came in third or fourth when it came to the placement of it being founded. But somehow or another, he turned into the face of it. Let's just be for real. For that moment, for that time period, that man had a run. It is what it is. Why you think everybody was talking and reviewing so much of his content? So that is something that I do actually remember. Like I said, when I first came into these spaces, his content popped up before AM's. I didn't know about AM before I knew about Kev. But I actually can say I have a acquaintance with AM much better than Kev because I've never spoke to the man before. And rest in peace to him.
And they were only wanting to deal with Kevin because,
let's say, maybe I missed that opportunity. Let's say that
Kevin was popular. Then he mentions certain things about how Kevin started and who was there with him.
See, what annoys me is when niggas get on you.
Now, mind you, right? Now, mind you, right? This is just AM. It says right behind him, Angry Man. Do you think his response is going to be something happy? See, the reason why I'm saying this is because it fascinates me how we will know who a person is by what they present and still be surprised when they pop up and be themselves day in and day out. Why are you shocked? You thought he wasn't going to cuss a nigga out?
YouTube and want to talk about Kevin and how they knew Kevin after he was the Godfather after he was already blown up. Meanwhile, there's people in here that was in the mud with Kevin.
And he even mentions me by name.
And I don't care if it's people that I wasn't cool with, I'll say their names. Kevin was down there in the mud with me. Oh,
okay. I give him that. Now, I'm the same way. I don't have to like you to give you your props. I don't have to agree with what you say. If you do a good job at what you do, credit due. Props given. That ain't no problem with me, right? But like real, I've been heard, AM has been saying this. Any of us in these spaces who know AM, we all know he been saying this. This has been his gripe with Kev. I knew this a year and a half ago. Let's keep going.
O'Shea, Obsidian, BGS, yes. Donovan Sharp.
I forgot about Donovan, funny ass. He's a wild guy. Now that's a wild guy.
There wasn't no MTR down there, bruh.
He is wild.
How you speaking on something you don't know about?
So
I would say this. If we know that MTR AM, honestly, okay, I'm saying it AM. If we know that MTR actually, has been around those big names. If I'm not mistaken, I believe MTR has been around maybe Obsidian. I know he's spoken with O'Shea. I know MTR has spoken with Kev because him and Kev was tight. They got pictures together. I remember the picture of them in like some kind of designer clothing store or something. Yeah, I remember. See, I keep up. I keep up, right? Just a little bit now. You smell me now? Like real talk though. So like, man, all day in the paint, man. Much respect to you, black man, all day. Just keep going. You already know. But I do remember these things, okay? So let's keep listening to this right here. Now, I ain't going front. I didn't know O'Shea opened up so many doors. I didn't know that. Again, you don't have to agree with all these people I'm naming. You may like some, you may hate some. You may not care for any of them. That's not the point of the show. The point of the show is one thing and one thing only, and that's
beef is when you make your enemies start your G.
Okay, now let's get back to the video. Let's do it.
Be fair. I watched some of the stream that Angry Man did. A lot of the history is not wrong. Okay. He is the person that invited and tried to unify the group into one big community. It was him that attempted to do that by this thing called the commission. He was the...
Now, I never heard of the commission or what have you, but I have heard him speak about how he did attempt to form an alliance. And now in 2025, me hearing O'Shea confirm that, all right, bet. It's valid. Okay, that's solid. What he said was facts, because he did say that. And I heard this a long time ago.
The person that coined the phrase, the Black Manosphere. The brainchild of the Black Manosphere, though, in my honest opinion, I would give the credit to Obsidian Media Network as being the...
I can't front. Let's just say I see where he's going. I'm definitely on board. Let's go.
Biggest thought.
Shout out to AM, but I'm on board with that. I am, because Obsidian was heavy, man. He was like he real deal was like YouTube Black Manosphere Radio. Like he was like that radio station, like him and Jason Black. Same thing. Like that whole radio talk feel, man, they mastered that shit, and you gotta give it to them. Again, give credit where credit is due. Give the crown where the crown should be given. Give the flowers where they should be planted. Let's go.
Leader of the Black Manosphere, but Angry Man gave it the name. So both of those guys, in my honest opinion, because they called it the Big Three, I ended up being probably one of the most influential guys.
Hey, look, and as much as AM don't like him, AM turned around and hit a Kendrick. Yeah, I just said it, AM. You didn't hit a Drake, you hit a Kendrick. You said F a big 3, it's big me. I got you, AM.
Guys, connecting a lot of people, but it was not my idea that called the name the Black Manosphere. It was Obsidian's brainchild and Angry Man. So those are the real, I would say, people that kind of put the name to it and some of the ideas to it. It was them. Although I was there at the same time, they were the ones I would say had the most impact in starting the community. Okay. Now I ended up being the person that was probably the leader of the community at one point, but those are the guys that had the most influence initially. Let me just say this. Angry Man is going to say that Kevin Samuels didn't put people on to the Black Manosphere. He didn't mention people such as himself, right? Myron's point is that
all right, so this is my thing, right? This is a question. How about this? What's you guys take on when we get big and like that community, that Black community obligation? Like, you better come back and drop something off. What's your take on that? How do you feel about that? Like when Kev got big, and this is only a question. I'm not asking a question because it's what I think. So don't miss me. Dead. All right. So when Kev got big, was it his responsibility to make sure that he put people on? Or was it his responsibility as an individual man to make sure that how you put us on, rep us right? So when the next one of us comes behind you, they don't look at us crazy. Because the way you represented us before I came along, hey, what's going on? I just might get that chance. Is that not still a form of putting your people on? How you conduct yourself, how you move, how you operate. Is really putting your people on like, yeah, all right, so I'm going to take the hood with me and we're going to be in hotels and like, is that really, or is putting your people on truly how you excel yourself? And how you excel yourself is how doors are opened up for those who come behind you. You ever heard like circumstances where it's like you go to somebody's crib and you can't do something because somebody before you effed it up? You ever notice that on the job? They no longer allow people to go to this area because somebody went back there and stole some so now that's cut off. You see how you close doors for those who come behind you. So when you're talking about putting your own on, if he was out there for those who would see it that way, if he did represent us right, and if he was nice and clean, right, all of these other things, I know it's a whole bunch of people who say he didn't represent us right because of his message. That's an opinionated factor. I'm not going there. I'm talking strictly and solely about his image overall. Clean, well put together, right? As white folks would say, well spoken and articulate. But nah, real talk though. So how do we really look at this whole like putting on thing? I really be wondering that. How do you see that? Let's keep on rocking out.
Kevin Samuels didn't put enough of his people on. That's why it died. It didn't die because of that. Even what Angry Man is.
Now, this is the part I'm also fascinated about, and I'm gonna push play. Like, they're saying that it died. But then why are people still making videos and complaining about it? Why then why are there still current videos right now about these men and bashing women and all of that? And you men of the manosphere, shout out to Sharam, but the whole rim thing, right? Red pill, incel, manosphere. I heard that shit just months ago. So is it really dead? I'm just, you see, because I actually listen and I'm sorry. I listen. I pay attention. I see. Let's go.
Is saying he was in the grind. He was doing this. Kevin Samuels not putting people on is not what killed the Black Manosphere, because the Black Manosphere was there before Kevin got there. And that's what
That is very true. And I've actually heard Kev say that. Kev is, I mean, I've heard AM say that. The Manosphere was before Kev. He said Kev came after the fact.
Angry Man doesn't understand. Okay? The Black Manosphere was there before Kevin got there. I'm the one that gave Kevin his first interview. Just like I'm the first person to give the lead attorney their first interview. Not trying to brag, but a lot of people got their start from me. Want to know why the Black Manosphere died? In some aspects? Because Angry Man didn't put nobody on. You want to be honest? Angry Man will come to everybody.
I can't. All right, so look, right? I don't know many people, but O'Shea, shout out to Izzy. Izzy came through here through AM. I do believe Izzy would say he got put on through AM. He does his own thing now. But Izzy got put on through AM, and he did. He put on him one of his good friends from a long time in real life. In real life, not a fellow content creator. He's only, done shows with. Actually, somebody they have real life stories with. He actually did bring along one of his own. Izzy Bands. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Show your brother some love. And he loves a good Venmo. That's right. Izzy loves a good Venmo. He'll read your comment if you send him that. Now, let's go ahead and get back to it. But I will say that, O'Shea, that is not correct for you to say he put nobody on, because I know somebody personally. As a matter of fact, this very show right here, in which I just presented, right? So this right here, this is all of us laughing and joking, right? This is all of us laughing and joking on Izzy's show.
That's peanut butter. That's Jiffy. That's Jiffy.
You see what I'm saying? That's all of us right there joking on that show. That's his man from the mud. Apparently, you know what I'm saying? From what we all know. All right, cool beans. Let's keep on going. Let's see what we got right here. Now, again, this isn't no one way or the other. It's just I'm giving my honest, like from what I know, take. Because I've listened to all of these guys. Again, I've done multiple panels with Obsidian. I've done multiple panels with AM. I'm subscribed to MTR. I was subscribed to Kev. And I am subscribed to O'Shea. So I listen to all. So I trust me. I've heard a piece of here, and there. This ain't no one take deal. So let's keep on going.
These channel.
Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Why is it not? There we go. There we go. My bad, y'all. Boom. Okay, let's go. Let me go back just a team.
Everybody's channel. He will come to everybody's Google Hangout back.
Now, let's be for real. All right, now this is just a question. Generally speaking, don't we usually hear folks be awesome like, you know what, you got all big. You don't even come around the way no more. You know one thing, I can't front. I ain't gonna lie. I respect it and I get it. Like, but I've said to myself many times, like, AM, status-wise, you not us as humans, but like content creator wise, bro, you way bigger than where you are right now. you over here. And but one thing I do respect is how, like he still show up around the way. He'll pull up in his Corvette around the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, bet. Okay, cool beans. You know what I'm saying? But like, I do be wondering that, like, is he holding himself back from his possible truth? Listen, regardless of his numbers and status, look at that. See down there? His book and everything. You can get the soft cover, you can get the hardcover book copy. All of that. It's on Amazon. Go check out the Angry Man's book, right? The Angry Man Standard. Go check it out for yourself. I'm going to buy one myself too, as a matter of fact. I'm going to buy one just to support, because I'm always about supporting my own. Like, if you're doing something, I got to support you. So that purchase will be on the way. But I'm just saying, don't we always complain about when we get big, we don't show love to our own no more? You think you too good. But then again, I also say to myself, hasn't that been the biggest downfall? AM, yes, I'm talking to you. Hasn't that been the biggest downfall of a lot of us going back to the hood? Hasn't that kept a lot of us, once we do reach a certain pinnacle in life, that it kind of like, you know, brings the tip of that iceberg down a little more? I just be wondering about that because, you know, I do, like me, myself, I find myself from time to time, like, look, I don't know if anybody knows, if you go on my page, I got a video where I was riding with my homie and, you know, who I used to actually trap with. And we went on ahead. I did a whole little vlog for about an hour or so of just riding back around the way. I've gone back around the way. I ain't stopped for nobody. But and it's just because, you know, just off some like, I don't want none of that no more. For real. But I do want to give y'all a quick show of what it is that I do say I come from. I want to actually give you a visual behind what it is. So I recognize him on that. Like, I do believe when he comes back to these spaces with us, I believe for him it's possibly a form of nostalgia. You know, it's just really nostalgia. It's just him remembering. And I do believe possibly it could keep him humble too. You know, when you come back around and you looking at, and you know, things around you and you're like, damn, this is where I am. It does humble you. It does keep you in remembrance of where you did come from. So I'm being honest on that shit. Like, I'm talking about it in a real life sense. I actually respect that. Like, he don't act like he too good. Like, I'm saying it, like it's some people that do that. You know who else, as big as he is, still does, like, he still was doing shows with us? Anton as well. He's been on like national stage levels, right? But he still had Fight Club. You know what I'm saying? So I do recognize those parts of these things. Let's keep going.
Back in the day, that nigga letting you come on there, if you a big time YouTuber, he ain't gonna work with you because he don't want you stealing your audience. The reason why me and
beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be your ICU.
Angry Man fell out. You want to know why? I had a stream. We used to have a particular, I was in medical school at the time. I would let Angry Man go live first. We had a rule in the Black Manosphere. We wouldn't be live when the other folks wasn't live. And this is the time where, you know, YouTube had lost, it was a big thing, demonetization and stuff like that. So Super Chats was live. So I would let him do his show, and then I would have medical school in the morning. I would come in and do my show. Want to know what Angry Man did? Want to know why we start beefing? He went live when I went live and told everybody in the Angry Man army, y'all need to come to my live right now, knowing that I was live. That's how we started beefing. Like, for me, I'm in medical school. This dude is somewhere in North Carolina, not even caring about the fact that I got to get up in the morning. He knew my schedule.
Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you, guaranteed to be your ICU.
Everybody in the Angry Man army on my channel right now. That's because that dude is selfish. And we'll talk about somebody who fell out with everybody. The Angry Man did it. So
hell no.
Between MTR and Myron of Fresh and Fit. And we already know what Myron is saying, that Kevin Samuels didn't put his people on, and that's why the Black Manosphere died.
And I really dislike to even say this, but the truth is the truth, and I kind of had to say it. The reason why the Black Manosphere died, right, is...
But isn't that what you make money off of for the most part? Like, he, you know, him and my, listen. We're not just gonna act like what they do is strictly only red pill. They do dive into our shit as well. So how you gonna sit up there and be making money off something you say is dead? Unless you're selling pieces of the carcass. Let's go.
Simply because Kevin Samuels didn't put his people on. Just gonna be honest about it. He became famous.
Again, how was that really to be described? If what I do is continuously be an influence for other brothers and sisters out here, and if there are people who actually started to adjust the way that they move, now let's just be for real, people. Are we really going to sit up here and think to ourselves, you can be that one who saves everyone? Last time I checked, the Son of Mary, the Messiah, couldn't even do that. And you think you can? Now, you know what you can do? You can just be the best version of you that you can be, and you can be the best influence that you can be. And hopefully what it is that you do does influence somebody enough to where it is that the message is spread. You ever heard of a wildfire? You know, some of the biggest wildfires started with just like the pluck of some, or just like from a campfire or something, like just a little spark of a brush over to the dry debris. Now you got a whole forest on fire. Did you know that information can be spread just like colds? You know how contagious a yawn is? Look at how simple. Nah, real talk. How simple is a yawn? How many times have you been around somebody, they yawn, you yawn? What is it about that? What is the science behind that? What is the science behind behavior being contagious? How you conduct yourself can be that. Now let's keep on going. Yeah, I know. Let me see something here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. All right, whatever. So anyway, let's keep going. It was telling me something about Instagram having a hard time streaming. If you on Instagram, just come over to YouTube, type in Smitty's Corner.77. Smitty's Corner.77, and you can continue to enjoy the show. Let's keep on going, because I'm not even doing a whole bunch of big wild geeking let's go ahead and get back to this. But seriously though, did he not put his peoples on? Or possibly through how he carried himself? Did he? That's for you to think about. Let's go. Because I just be wondering, is it all about just passing out turkeys and book bags every fall?
Famous, he blew up. He didn't, extend the ladder back and put his guys on, and it died. That's just what happened. Once he got into,
Now, I'm curious, while he's saying that, let's ask ourselves this question. Hey, Myron, I got a quick question for you. Before we take this commercial break. Hey, Myron, who have you put on?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hold my ground, never run, understand to overcome. Golden child, God sent me, I'm the chosen one. Understand lone stars, focus like an artist on. Concrete when I write, damn right the hardest one. When I bleed, lava leaks, cause I'm hotter than the sun. Trying to stack a whole loaf, cause I'm tired of eating crumbs. Can't speak peace around me, you better watch your tongue. Yeah, I'm cool, but I wreck, beat you like a set of drums. Kirking out, busting off, kinda like a loaded gun. Rhymes like morphine, cause I be the dopest one. And I'm keeping it real. CPG's what I rap, but I'm keeping it real. All you perpetrating, hating niggas head for the hills. I got some DC gorillas that'll eat your grill. During this time of Babylon, the beef is real. Understand that the beef is real.
Oh boy. All right, so I forgot. I'm so sorry. Myron has put people on OnlyFans. My bad. How dare I forget?
Into the mainstream, he didn't bring anybody up with him. And that's the cold hard truth. I hate to say that, but it's the truth.
Now, MTR has a really good response. I'm not going to use all of it, but I want to talk about a particular situation that MTR references, okay? And that is the fact that Kevin reached out to him, and then when they met in Brooklyn, they went to the warehouse of Jose C. Zuniga, which operates a channel called Teachings Men's Fashions. There's two brothers, I believe, that own that. And as you know, Kevin was in the fashion community. And I want you to hear about how Kevin was trying to put them on in a different way.
I have content with Kevin that's on the channel. He planned an entire trip where we went to Brooklyn to go visit the Zuniga brothers in order to look at their operations, because the things that the Teaching Men's Fashion brothers are doing.
Their names. Kevin was down there in the mud with me.
My bad, y'all. I don't know how my thing got messed.
That coined the phrase, the Black Manosphere. The brainchild of the Black Manosphere, though, in my honest opinion, so Super Chats was live. Angry Man, go live first. We had a rule in the Black Manosphere. We wouldn't be live when the other folks.
There we go. There we go.
This wasn't live.
I apologize, y'all. My bad about that. I knew we were much further than that.
And this is a time where, YouTube had lost. It was a big thing, demonetization and stuff like that. So Super Chats was live. So I would let him do his show, and then I would have medical school in the morning. I would come in and do my show. Want to know what Angry Man did? Want to know why we start beefing? He went live when I went live and told everybody in the Angry Man army, y'all need to come to my live right now, knowing that
Angry. He said the Angry Man army. I'm sorry. I get a visual. I'm one of them. You can't say certain things and I don't get thoughts that pop up in my head.
I was live. That's how we started beefing. Like, for me, I'm in medical school. This dude is somewhere in North Carolina, not even caring about the fact that I got to get up in the morning. He knew my schedule. I want everybody in the Angry Man army on my channel right now. That's because that dude is selfish. And we'll talk about somebody who fell out with everybody. The Angry Man did it.
Really? I didn't know that. All right. So now this is what I'm. All right. So maybe he's speaking about when he fell out with folks. Maybe that was like from, I guess maybe like more past tense. I don't know. I don't know if AM is still falling out with these folks because I don't be in people business like that. I'm just going off this video here that I'm looking at. Maybe in the future I'll go ahead. I'll reach out to AM. Maybe he'll see this video. Maybe I can do a part 2 and get him to come on up and we can go ahead and chit chat about it if he's down. So we'll see what we got on that. But with that being said, let's keep on rocking it.
So we died because of people like that. That's why. And still don't nobody want to work with him. Kevin didn't kill no Black Manosphere. Yeah, me and him had a big beef and a big arguments and big fight.
But he just did a live with Rolo and Myron and the other nigga that's with him. Yeah, I mean, he was up there with folks. I have seen him on platforms with other prominent names. He's done things with quite a few people I've seen. I'm just saying what I've seen. Okay, that's it. I don't have a dog in this fight, but I will speak on what it is that I have observed, period. And we're going to get to the next video after this. Let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 3:53 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. I thank you all for watching. Thank you.
I said, okay, yeah, that kind of hurt the community a little bit. But you know what? Once he was like trying to take his little crowd or wherever name it would change every 5 minutes, it would be the Angry Man Army, and then it would be something else. He would.
If I'm not mistaken, O'Shea, I don't know about Angry Man Army, but I definitely know about the acronym that he calls Bino Nation, right? Shout out to what he calls that, right? So yeah, I do know about Bino, B-I-N-O. Now that's an acronym. I can't remember what it is, and so I'm not going to repeat anything I don't know. That's when we guard our tongue. Let's go.
Would change his name like every 5 damn days, and it will be in a disc.
I ain't gonna lie, I was laughing like shit when I saw Angry Biscuit. Now that one right there was something. Shout out to AM. Let's keep going.
Discord talking about each other. I actually met one of the people. I ain't gonna call that person's name. That person came to Africa and hung out with me, and had to apologize to me for what they used to say in the Discord about people all day, hating on everybody. So the reason why the Black Manosphere file.
Boom. Thank you. There we go. All right. Bino. There we go. B-I-N-O. Black in name only. Thank you. I appreciate you, my man Wody. Appreciate it. There we go. Because I don't want to say nothing wrong, y'all. I promise you. I always guard my tongue. So that way, you know, when I do speak, I am speaking from at least the bit that I do know. So Bino Nation is Black in name only. Shout out to AM. Let's keep going.
Failed. Kevin gave, I'm gonna keep saying this. Nobody did as much for the Black Manosphere community than Kevin. He gave everybody notoriety. But the issue was, Angry Man, he wasn't the kind of person that you can work with. So you couldn't put nobody onto him.
Now, AM, I'm saying it. You is frustrating as shit, my nigga. You are. You can be. I definitely see from times of having talks with your ass how you can go ahead and just be that nigga. I definitely recognize it, but I will say this. I do recognize that you're able to, in circumstances when it's necessary, to calm it down. But AM is times where you just don't know how to calm that shit down. You go to off, my nigga. Like you just, I mean, you really be on some, like all somebody said was, hey AM, how you doing? And it's like his response is like,
beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep.
And I'm like, bruh, nigga was just asking a question. Let's keep going, man. We gotta have some fun with this, man. We gotta have some fun with this. Shout out to the homie. Shout out to the homie. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe, man. Subscribe to Angry Man, Angry Biscuit, Butter Biscuit, whatever the fuck his name is. Go over there and subscribe, man. Give our boys some love, man. Shout out to the OG of the space, somebody who's been around for quite some time. Definitely. But you know I'm gonna crack my jokes now. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't rock with you. That's the only way you know I rock with you, if I crack jokes with you. So let's go.
He's too selfish and cult-like leadership type of dude. Always want to go off on everybody. Talk about collaborative. How many big-time YouTubers do you really see? I mean, back in the day when we was doing it, he would come to your Google Hangout all day. He would come, but have somebody on his show. We used to all.
Yeah, but I also see him, you know, like I said, he come back around the way too. He still comes back to spaces in which their numbers aren't that large. And he hangs out. He gives his opinion. He's all in. He don't act like he's too good to talk. He just goes in. He's exactly who I know him to be. And see, my main thing is with anybody in these spaces, listen, I don't have to agree with everything you say, but when you are you continuously, consistently, I swear on life, I'm going to show you love. As long as you are consistent, I'm going to show you, I swear on life. I don't have to agree with you. You could be saying some shit I totally 100% disagree with. But at the end of it all, I promise you, the reason why I'm going to show you love, the reason why I get it is for this reason right here.
If I'm 52 and God blesses me to live another 20 years, that means I got more days behind me than I do ahead of me. I'm not letting anybody waste not one fucking moment of my life. I'm gonna enjoy this ride, and if I need to be alone to enjoy it, then that's what will happen.
And you know, it's not even about the alone part. It's about the simple fact of, yo, when you reach a certain age, a certain pinnacle of life, dog, you just realize I don't have time to be going back and forth arguing with you niggas all the time. You got your view. You have the way that you see life. There are certain aspects in life that you have to offer that didn't consist of me. Who am I to say because you consist of this part of life and I don't, that what you consist of is not right because I can't recognize it or I don't agree with it. That's just not how I go. It's just not how I rock. Never been that type of person. That's why I'm over here in my corner to myself. I don't be focused too much on trying to hop around everywhere all the time. I go and show people who I really rock with love. I pop up in your chat or I pop up in your panel here and there, just to let you know I'm still right here by your side. But other than that, nah, I just stay to me. Let's keep going.
Always do the Brother Peel on my channel. Want to know how many times he had me on his channel? He never did. Not once. But he would be on my channel all the time, on the Sunday Rumbles and whatever else before he fell out. Oh yeah, he's the kind of dude, he loves seeing what he can get out of somebody. He ain't gonna give you nothing though. He's selfish. That's the real honest truth if you want to know something about it. But then got the nerve to be crying about somebody. Everybody know about angry man begging for cash apps. We gonna tell like it is.
Y'all need to tell. Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you.
Shut up. Y'all need to give. Y'all need to do this. What do he give somebody? Nothing. He didn't put nothing in the game. I'll give him credit.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
For calling the name out, the Black Manosphere, he did that. Put together the commission, he did that. But talking about Kevin Samuels, okay, yeah, Kevin Samuels took people's talking points and didn't give him credit for it. Yeah, he did that. That's true. Yeah, Kevin could have did a lot of things better. It's a lot of things that Kevin did that wasn't cool at a certain point.
It's a whole lot of stuff. I remember hearing, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, even down to like the fit and friendly thing. Do we want our women to be healthy? Absolutely. But yo, everybody has their own different type of like body type, style, everything that they're into. Everybody not into that whole like skinny mini, like you better be like 135 at this height and all of that. No, that varies. So, you know, once I started hearing those dynamics in which it is that he was speaking, I would say for myself, that's when I personally started to be like, you know what? Yeah, nah, I mean, he has a lot of great points that he does make. He's made a lot of good points, but I don't agree with everything he says. I don't think you honestly should agree with every single thing any person says. Not if you truly are an independent thinker of your own right. You should never just agree with something like the totality of what everything of somebody says. Nah. That shouldn't be the case. Let's go.
Point. But we got past that. Nobody's perfect. But to sit here and act like he's the reason why the community didn't progress, he's the exact reason why it progressed. See, the thing is, some dudes was going to get left behind because we're the black men.
And you know what? I would even say it did. That is true. Why? Because even those who hated against him, the dudes who did content and counter to what he says, flourished. Because they were going against him because he was that prominent. The women who made content against him flourished at that time because they were going against a person who was so prominent at that time. And that's just the fact of the matter. Again, this is not about agreeing. This is about recognizing and acknowledging. I do see that. I do see how that worked out. Let's keep going.
Needed to go outside of all that complaining about black women all day was a little bit more professionalism. That's what he was trying to do. Trying to make real moves in life. Not sitting around all day roasting and begging for cash apps and super chats on a goddamn live stream with hella toys in the background in your house. He was trying to actually put black men on to something that was cool. And if you could actually get along with somebody, your ass would have been invited to that. But you didn't. You couldn't. Can't nobody work with you. Just like can't nobody work with Myron. And all the people that got issues can somehow work together when it come down to tearing something down. And still to this day, he ain't built nothing, ain't no kind of community, ain't nothing he didn't did. Besides get big on YouTube shorts. That's it. In no way, in no shape or form has he ever impacted anything besides naming the Black Manosphere. He didn't do nothing for the community. He didn't help nobody get on. He didn't help nobody grow. And anybody he worked with, he fell out with every last one of them. Every last person.
Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be your ICU.
Every person. People know that what I'm saying is cool.
You.
Black Manosphere. The only kind of people he can work with is people who not in the sphere. If you like Myron, yeah, he ain't gonna beef with you. If you Anton Daniel, shout out to Anton, yeah, he can work with you.
This is definitely interesting. I'm just gonna listen before we get to the next video. I, for the most part, have given my take and my part on this. Let's keep listening. This is wild.
You ain't no threat to him. But let him see you growing and getting big on something. Oh, he gonna come after you. Doing little sick games, like using your mom name, and then have somebody come in and super chat your mom's name, doxing you, doxing your text messages.
Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be your ICU.
Doing little silly stuff like that, putting out your sister's information. That's the kind of shit he do. That's what he does. Play little sick ass games like that. That's what he do. Then sit around and cry and talk about, oh, the Black Manosphere died because of Kevin. Nah, nigga, Black Manosphere died because of niggas like you. That's the goddamn truth. Say I'm lying.
Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be your ICU.
Go in there and just spread horrendous lies on people that don't even make sense. Will say anything. There was an old lady, I forgot what her name was, Charlie or whatever, all them people. He called that lady, she was like his moderator. Y'all know what her name was. Like, she went from being, after dealing with him, she went from being a black male supporter to being a Cynthia G fan after dealing with Angry Man. It's like damn near, I'm gonna tell you what it's like. It's like a chick loving dudes and then becoming gay after that. That's exactly what he did. Reporting people's channels and all kind of stuff. Being hella hood ghetto, talking about fly out, let's meet up and fight. That's the kind of dude he is. And then sit up and speak on somebody when you ain't did nothing to help nobody, bro. You didn't do nothing. You gave it the name, but
this sounds like some personal shit. O'Shea sound like he just real deal. Like he just, I don't know. This sounds like folks. Folks just got it out for each other. This is crazy, man. I look again. That's why, for the most part, I had to make sure that we know that the theme is
beef is when you make your enemies start your G.
But you ain't doing nothing to help nobody. And I know you about to go live and talk trash all day. It's 2025. You're gonna get this one video. We used to go back and forth for a whole bit. We ain't gonna do that no more in 2025. We've already done that for damn near half a decade. But we're gonna talk fact. Let's talk the truth. You act like you ain't do nothing wrong, like you didn't do a damn thing wrong in this community. Like your hands is perfect. Nigga cause more trouble than a little bit.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Wow. He is going in. I didn't know O'Shea. O'Shea be going in, but I don't be hearing him go in like this. But at the same time, I already know he knows that he got to bring that energy. But at the same time, O'Shea, he bring that energy. Like when it's things that he does feel passionate about, I do hear him speaking a very, just like this. I've heard him talk like this before, so this ain't nothing new. Let's keep going. But like, geez, Louise, man, like he going in.
You can't even own up to the problems that you did, but want to blame Kevin. There's some other things that have went on that I'm not going to talk about right now, but the dude is completely wrong. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back at it again. The episode of.
Wow, he said he's completely wrong. My personal opinion is, I know for a fact there are two sides to every story. Okay, y'all, let's go ahead and let's move it along. We're gonna have some fun this evening. Let's do it. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick, brief intermission because I'm gonna stretch this out Oh yeah, we're gonna stretch it out. We're just gonna do our thing, and we're gonna kick it cooler than chill. All right. Respect to you all. Let me see what we got. Let's get to the next video. Much respect to you all. Much respect to you all. All right, let's do this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get to this next flick, right? So, let me see which one. Hold on. I got to make sure I got my order in check. Make sure I got my order in check. So, we're going to check out this video right here. I'm going to tell y'all right now. You know, me, myself, you know, I haven't been the most perfect man in the world, but I damn sure don't have reflections of this. Now, what we're going to get ready to look at and what we're going to observe is the actual context of when you get married or when you have a home with your woman, when you have a child with a woman. Now, again, my main concept and what I do on my channel is I want to speak to the men. I want to speak to us from what it is that I have to offer. My word is not the be all end all of anything, but I do have something to bring to the table. So let's go ahead and let's listen to this real quick, okay? Let's see what we got. This right here is like, I don't know.
What are you doing? Now
Hold on. Hold on. Let's go ahead and get to this. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Now you leaving? Leaving where? You just put your baby down just so she don't see you walking in here in the house with your wife? With your wife and your baby?
Let's listen further. Let's see what's taking place. What's going on right now?
Oh, you don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby?
You is retarded. What the fuck is wrong with
you? You don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby? Is that what it is?
You're ignorant.
Is that what it is?
So apparently he's trying to hide the fact that he got a side piece, and apparently he's being blown up on the scene. This is crazy. Now, this is Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon, you know, he's been out there on No Jumper. He's a Cali member. He's a Cali member, right? And apparently this is one of his home real life situations. So let's just go ahead and listen into deeper into what is taking place here.
What is the point? What the fuck is you doing?
What do you mean? I'm just trying to figure out you don't want her to see you with your wife and your baby?
What?
Don't turn off the light. You don't want her to see you at home with your wife and your baby?
So, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga, we're married. And you fucking around with another. What are you talking about? You got a newborn baby. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
You don't want her to see you here with your wife and your baby? Is that what it is?
You're ignorant.
Is that what it is?
What is the point? What the fuck is you doing?
What do you mean? I'm just trying to figure out you don't want her to see you with your wife and your baby?
What?
Don't turn off the light. You don't want her to see you at home with your wife and your baby?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nigga, we're married. And you fucking around with another. What are you talking about? You got a newborn baby. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? What What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the backyard that he be talking to you in. Yes, with his wife and newborn baby. Yes, with his wife and newborn baby.
You know, it's always fascinated me. Like, so on a men's side, women's side, I'm not talking about once your child is into like at least like in school and things, right? It's different. But like that whole like newborn, like I'm gonna say still diaper stage, that's a little wild to me. It just is. That's just my view. That's wild to me. How do you just like be going off and at the time where you should be most concerned about either taking care of this child as a man and whatever your responsibility factors are, and or you as the mother being focused on whatever it is you got to focus on with your child, and that most, I mean, the most vulnerable stages, and to be concerned about trying to get your ussy ate or your D wet. I don't know. That's a whole nother side of life that me personally, I just can't seem to recognize or understand. How do you even begin to have that headspace? Let's go ahead and do that. How do you even begin to have that headspace? How do you, like, as a person, say to yourself, you know what, this right here is what I want to go ahead and do, considering I have something that I absolutely, positively have to give the most attention to, and that is my family and what it is that is directly in front of me. I know, I'm preaching, I'm boring, blah, blah, blah. I could care less. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it into the ether and we're going to stand on it because I want better for us. Now, let's keep on going. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 4:22 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's keep rocking out.
What is literally what's wrong with you?
You're not going to tell her that you're married?
You are dumb.
No, so now you're not married, Tremaine Williams? Huh? What?
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
Absolutely out of this world. But this right here is the part one. We're going to hit a part two in just a few hours. So I want you all to stay tuned. I want you all to be right here. And we're going to go ahead and handle some things. Okay. So let's go ahead and get to it. Right. Now, mind you, we have a whole lot to talk about tonight. Oh, we're going to get real deep into some topics and some subjects, and we're going to really go ahead and just dissect some things. So I just want to make sure that we know what we got coming in store. I appreciate absolutely everybody for tuning in. I thank you all for tuning in. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and rock out with this outro. And I appreciate everybody for coming through. Let's do it. All right. All right. I'm gonna get a y'all in a bit. Let's go ahead and get to it. Respect to you all. Let's do it.
Monica, yeah. Pass me the lighter, your face melting slowly. There's no way you're higher. Lower your face, baby, come leaning closer. Play it with fire. I love when you're over. What it feel like? What it feel like? Waiting for your impulse. Just waiting from your head to toe. Put it down and kiss me slow. Baby, can you let it go? What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. Sipping, baby, you've been sipping. Sipping, baby, are you listening? Can you say you love me? Girl, that you've been missing. Baby, are you tripping? Feel like you've been tripping. Saying that you want me now, we have to close the distance. So, what it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like you. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like.
So, please don't kill my vibe. I'm tipping on top of these clouds, don't plan to come down if I'll trip right. My eyesight, I spy the spark in the conversation. Pardon if I don't say shit, I hit this bliff, I spent my spaceship, then I'm called spacing. Oh, pretty please don't pity me. Paranoid with the city brain, made me quit weed. I'll put it on God, green earth, me rolled up 50 times 3.50 figure size for the many times I need to just relax, pet peeve. You need to ash to me before you pass, at least. Don't puff the last and at ease. I'm finally feeling it. At least a tab or two will probably do for the goosebumps on your skin. Relax the nerve and give us a few. So
what it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, what it feel like, yeah. What it feel like, what it feel like, got me high like,